Feel it. See where? Right now there. Irish it. They got on. Anything over 20% of it. South of the
Are people in here yet? Thank y'all for pushing that like button. Come on in. I wait for the audience before I said anything. I had to get off the phone with my little brother. You know, you talk to your loved ones every day. My family's small, very small, like 5 people. 5 people. My mother, my 2 aunties, my brother, and me. That's why I feel like it's so important for my son to know his family, because I have a small family, very small. I talk to my people every day, the ones I love the most. My mama, my little brother, my 2 aunties. Whenever they call me, after so long, every blue moon, couple weeks go by, I might just reach out and call them. Hey, how you doing? That's it. Just want to hear your voice. Hang up the phone, and that's it. Every time I talk to them, I need some money. Send me some. No, click, hang up the phone. How you doing? Push that like button. I just wanted to hear your voice. Make sure you're still alive. I didn't call you to send you no money. Am I the only one? All right. It's the reflection. It's the reflection. That's what it is. The reason why I can't read the comments is because of the reflection of the glare of the sun. Damn. Where all the clientele? You asking the wrong type of questions, brother. I operate by appointment only. 24 hours in advance. No, it ain't only. I do walk-ins. I take walk-ins when I ain't doing nothing. But at the same time, I have a system. You got to come in and join my system, because I had to create a system in order for my business in order to work, survive, maintain, keep. I tell y'all, man, 85% of my clientele is white and Hispanic. And one thing about a black barber, you got to be good to cut white and Hispanic people hair. You got to be mighty good to cut their hair and charge 5 times more than the average white and Hispanic barber. So, come on, push that like button. This is experience, knowledge, understanding, wisdom, love, life, and loyalty that I live. Like, how you doing? You don't live by them codes. You don't love. You ain't got no love in your heart. You ain't got no wisdom. You ain't got no understanding. You ain't got no knowledge. A lot of people ain't got none of that. They ignorant. Ain't nothing wrong with being ignorant. Yeah, it is. It's a lot wrong with being ignorant. But when you ignorant, you have an ignorant life. Everything around you just don't get it, do you? I understand. Push that like button. Y'all know I'm a preacher. I'm just a different type of preacher. I'm a funny preacher. Comedy preacher. I stand on the word. Push that like button. My audience finna come in. Say, do a Q&A. What's a Q&A? Can anybody give me a good Q&A to do? What's a Q&A? I need a Q&A. Somebody tell me. Give me a good Q&A. Push that like button. I need some help. I lost my audience. Damn, okay. That hairstyle is not a good advertisement if you're a barber. I'm a master barber. I'm not a new barber. So I don't have to cut my hair to prove to the world that I know how to cut hair. I ain't gonna walk around looking like a Hollywood fucked up star. I ain't got time to touch my hair. I cut hair too much. After I finish cutting hair, I eat and I go to sleep. I live this shit. When you live it, you ain't got time to do your own hair. Best thing you can do, braid that shit to the back, keep going. It's gonna be a lot of days. You gotta just get up and go. You ain't gonna have time to stand in no mirror, cut your own hair. But I ain't never had a haircut. Why you worried about my hair? If I ain't never had a haircut, why you worried about my hair? I ain't had a haircut. Well, I take that back. I had one haircut. When I was in barber school, I got tricked. I got tricked to be a dummy, to be a model, to get a petroleum hydroxide put in my hair. And I didn't know what a petroleum hydroxide was. My instructor did that shit intentionally because he felt like if he straightened my hair out to the point of no control, I would cut it off. And he was very smart because that's exactly what I did. Man put a petroleum hydroxide in my head. Do you know what a petroleum hydroxide is? I didn't at first, but then I found out the hard way. Slapped some goddamn perm in my shit, and my shit went straight as a motherfucker, all the way down my back. Like, all the way down my back. I'm talking about sexy, silky, white girl straight. And I cried. My hair was just straight. I cried. He told me it was gonna be curly when it finished. He said, I'm gonna put you a hydraulic and it's gonna give you some curl and some definition. And when he rinsed my hair out and I was sitting in that chair and I seen how straight my hair was, I just cried. Fucked me up. He said, what's wrong? Man, you know, fuck my hair up, man. Oh, you want me to cut it? I can give you a cut. And I let that man cut my hair. And that was the only time in my life I ever had a haircut. I cried. I ain't never had a haircut in my life. My hair was silky, fucking silk pressed ponytail all the way down I used to wear one big ass Indian braid. I cried. And you think my hair beautiful now. You should have seen my hair when I was a child, when I was young. My shit was thick, chunky. I looked like Geronimo. My shit, man. I was a handsome motherfucker. With a long ponytail, and that was from birth. Like I never had a haircut. My grandmother said my hair was so curly and pretty and soft and curly that when I was born with a head full of hair like that, and she was like, baby, if you born with a hair full of hair, your hair like Samson. Your hair is your beauty. Your hair is your strength. And I didn't understand that. I always wore ponytails, 2 braids, and that's the way as a kid, girls used to go crazy over my. Oh, you show your hair. They used to misidentify me as a girl. Is that a girl? All that damn hair? It's a boy. And so my son was the same way. I got pictures, I got videos of my son when he was a baby. His hair was long. I'm talking about long, pretty, sexy. Like, it, man, silky, beautiful. Same way. And, you know, a lot of people don't understand that. But the way the way you are is the way you are. And I know that my strength, my handsomeness is in my hair. Like, if I cut my hair, I ain't gonna get no hoes. I ain't gonna get no bitch. They already running, but I look old. You know what I mean? Now, but if I cut my hair, it is over with. The shape of my head is not built for society. I got like an alien head. Like, my head got knots and wops and I'm straight. And when I seen it, when I was young, when I got that haircut, I just kept a beanie on my head, a do-rag, a beanie on top of the do-rag, and I let my hair grow back. And when it grew back all natural, grew back long. It took about a year to grow it back. Once I started wearing my braids, my shit just bam. But I tell everybody, over the years, your hair, your growth, it just stunt. Your growth stunt. Like, what? I got hair. And I will always have hair. Because I know my image, the way I look, the way I like to look at myself in the mirror, is with hair. Now, it's different if I was going bald. If I ain't had no baby edges. Look, I got hair. And that's the problem that people don't like. They hair don't grow. They going bald. They were born bald. And they see people with hair. And they get jealous. I understand that. I've been dealing with that all my life. I've always had hair. And that's why I don't talk to women with hair shorter than mine. Like, I love hair. I love beautiful hair. And you know, I pay attention to that type of stuff. Genetics is passed down to the next generation. So if you got some nappy ass hair, but my hair is good and curly. See, your baby can come out with good and curly hair. Possibility. But I don't want to chance that. My baby come out with some nappy ass shit, I'm going to blame it on you. Am I the only one? Push that like button. Don't nobody like it. But anyway, genetics is real. My son had beautiful hair just like mine. Silky, wavy. Now he got dreadlocks. Just like hair same way. But I would have never let my son hair lock up. You know, I got an opinion for a lot of people that lock their hair up, you know. It's very unhealthy to lock your hair up because I'm a hair doctor, you know. Over time, it's damaging. But, you know, the more that people think that that's a hairstyle, a cool way to do it, do it. Do it. I'm telling you, man. Just people hair lock up because they can't comb their hair. People lock their hair up because they can't afford to get their hair cut. They get tired of, like, I understand. But in reality, unless you got a lot of money, you keep it maintained. And then when you maintain it, the more you maintain it, you're going to lose strands because they going to steady rip them motherfuckers out. Eventually, they all going to fall out. Everybody I ever known had dreads. Eventually, by the time they was about 50, 55, their dreads fell out their head. They cut that shit off. They had bald heads. And see, I ain't trying to go bald. I want to have hair for the rest of my life. And because I am a hair doctor and I understand the science of hair, I've been doing it for too long with an occupational license. I'm a hair doctor. I study this shit. Every vein, every root. You know, y'all don't understand that. What we go to school for ain't to cut hair. We go to school for the science of hair. You know, for the procedures of hair, doing hair. Like, self-protection, customer protection, sanitation. Like, that's what we go to school for. But y'all don't know because you never went to school. You don't have no knowledge, no understanding, you know. What's that like? But don't nobody like you, Slam, because you think you better than everybody else. How the fuck do I think I'm better than everybody else? I'm actually worse than all you niggas. But y'all think I'm better than you. Think I act like I'm better than you. That is your perception, nigga. You know, I can say a lot of shit. I can tell you I am responsible for every word that come out my mouth. But I'm not responsible, motherfucker, for the way you receive it. I just, for the way you perceive it, the way your perception, understand it. Like, I ain't responsible for that, And it's fucked up because most of the time, y'all always, think that it's something that it even ain't. Y'all think I'm trying to tell you something that I ain't even trying to tell you. Y'all think I'm trying to do something that I ain't even trying to do. But it's okay. I got a perm. What's wrong with that, brother? You got a perm because you need one, brother. Your shit roll up in knots and naps, and you got cuckoo bugs in the back of your head. I understand. That's why the chemical was created, to straighten some of you niggas' hairs out. But my hair is curly. I could put some World of Curl in my hair and shake that shit, nigga, and I have a Jerry curl. Fuck you mean? Nigga, everybody ain't blessed with this type of texture of hair. I'm talking about, I'm just telling you. A perm, ain't nothing wrong with a perm. Perm was made for a reason. Some of you niggas need it. Some of you niggas need it. You need extra, you need the super strength. The extra strength. And that shit only gonna last a week. You gotta do it every week to keep your hair straight. Like, I understand. Some of you niggas need it. But, when God bless you with hair like this, nah. See, I got the hair people dream to have. It feels so soft and silky, so moist and curly. See, I have that hair, I understand. I know. It's me. I'm the last of the dying breed of the Negroes, the red-skinned Negroes. I told y'all I'm a redskin. I'm not black. I hate to be called black because this is black. Do this look anywhere near the resemblance? If you lighten up black, you get gray, right? So ain't no way near possible I can be black, right? So I hate when people try to identify me as black, because I'm going to tell you straight the fuck up. Nigga, I am not black. You got me fucked up. I'm red-skinned. Look at red. Look. Don't that look more red behind that black background? I swear y'all, this. Oh my God. I'm red-skinned. We the Creeks. We from the Creeks. The Creeks of the South. Alright, y'all. How y'all doing? Push that like button. Show me some love. The audience is growing. The audience is growing. I need to. What time is it? It was 8 o'clock. Life is beautiful. It really is. Let me read some of these comments. Shout out to drinking. Drinking yak early in the morning. Drinking that yaffine. I got that yakine. That yakafine. That's what I'm drinking on. That yakafine. Man, I'm still trying to figure out how to make my brand stand out. I need to come up with a product or something. A product, a physical product. I got a coffee cup, but don't nobody want to support me for my coffee cups. Don't nobody want to support me. I got a whole bag of little goodies of different little merch that I be trying to give away for donations, so I can start something big, man. I really want to. I got some projects in the back of my head I need to get out before it's too late. Who want to make some money? That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for investors. I'm looking for people who want to make some money. Like-minded people. You know anybody that want to make some money? I asked this question because I'm really looking for somebody who want to make some money. Do you know anybody that want to make some money? Push that like button. Show me some love. Worse or worse? Yo, what's up? Looks more like Dookie Brown. Your skin. You said Dookie Brown, huh? You say I look like shit, huh? That's fucked up. My skin look like shit. That's what you saying, huh? That's cool. People be saying hurtful words online, don't they? Lady got mad at me the other day. I met her in the mall. She gonna text me and say, "What kind of car you drive?" I sent her a picture of my feet. What the fuck? I said, "This is how I get around. On knees." No, laugh my ass off. That's funny as fuck. Huh? But definitely not red. Blood or cuz. That's all you know. Keep going. You hot and cold, but you gotta keep going. How many haircuts you done yesterday? done about 6. Did 6. I did 6 haircuts, and push that like button. You still doing comedy? I seen your older vids. You know, I ain't been on stage since 2021, 20, 2021, 20, something like that. I've been waiting to get booked. God got something bigger for me. I guess, you know. It ain't gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be cool though. I've been used to, you know, blessings. Like, people don't understand how God blessed me. And I done already been on big shows. So it's like the world know who I am. A lot of people know who I am. I'm waiting on my opportunity. It's gonna pop. It's gonna happen. One day you gonna watch me, nigga. I swear to God, I'm gonna have 25 crackers everywhere, cameras everywhere. Motherfucker gonna be standing around looking like, what the fuck? It's too late. Oh, now y'all niggas, don't come over here. You stand on the outside behind the tape red line and watch, nigga, like the rest of them niggas. Don't worry about it. But when it happens, watch what happens. I've already been in movies. I've been in all that shit, nigga. But watch when it happens for me. It's gonna be some smart white boy, somebody, a Jew, somebody gonna come out of nowhere with a brilliant light bulb. That is $1 billion nigga over there. I'm gonna invest into that nigga. Fuck him. I don't give a fuck what he say about people. That's money. I don't give a fuck. I am a lot of attention. And wait till I start to get attention. I swear to God, these niggas gonna be so motherfucking mad. I'm already living my life. I'm living my dream. My life can't do nothing but get better. Somebody gonna see the potentials of real reality of a motherfucker that came from nothing. I started from the darkest places of life, man. I told y'all, man, I went to prison at 12 years old. I really was incarcerated. First time I went to jail, shit, I think I was like 9. I'm telling you, man, life, you know, everybody got their own story of life. Life gonna write their own story, man. But my story can't be duplicated, can't be imitated. Ain't no other motherfucker that can. And I got plenty of live witnesses that can vouch for everything that I say that happened. Like, but wait till you see my story on the big screen, you know. I'm gonna be super famous after my death. I already know that, nigga. You gonna be hearing about shit about my life for years and years to come. I'm really in history. I really changed a lot of shit in time. Like, I done did some crazy shit in life that, you know, that rewrote some of the shit that motherfuckers do in life, man. I tell y'all that shit. I know y'all seen me on TV. I say I was on TV, nigga, for what? Damn near 20 years. For real. No, 25. I was on Cops, and I was in a high-speed chase. What, back in 1997? Like 97. In 1997, I was in a high-speed chase. And they put me on Cops, on this police car show, on this police show, right? And they used to show my episode. It was so damn good. They used to show my episode every goddamn weekend. Like it was showing on TV everywhere. And motherfucker was like, man, you know, if the internet was created then, I would have been famous. I would have been famous. Like I would have, motherfucker would have been who the fuck I was. But because I did all my crazy shenanigans in life way before the internet was created, like I'm in the history books. I'm in the archives. I tell y'all, man, like niggas don't understand. My goddamn FBI record goddamn is thicker than the goddamn Bible. But y'all niggas don't understand. You know them strawberries. I know everybody. See, but my story is so goddamn good. Can't nobody read. I'm just waiting to, you know, where I can put one of my projects out there so I can, how do you say, call some attention. Then once I call some attention, then I'm gonna put another project out there. And I got projects, but I need somebody to help me, you know, put them together. One day, I'm gonna be bigger than myself. But when you see people like, you know, Kevin Hart, I'm just use Kevin Hart for example. Kevin Hart is bigger than himself. You know that, right? They got so many people that work behind the scenes that do shit and do this and do that, you know, for him, you know. Cat Williams, all that, you know. But I ain't a puppet like them. I ain't being controlled like them. I'm not a part of their clique or what they, you know. My comedy is real reality. And what people don't understand is that I've been on ice. People try to say that I'm like Cat Williams. No, nigga, Cat Williams like me. You don't understand. All them niggas watch me, nigga. All them niggas, they steal from niggas like me. Nigga, them niggas know who I am. Cat Williams know me. I know for a fact. He don't know my name personally. We ain't never met each other. But he deal with too many comedians that know me. Mark Curry was one of the first comedians I ever did a show. Was one of the first comedians I ever did a show with. Mark Curry. But it's so sad how people use people like Cat Williams. Cat Williams ain't nothing but a motherfucking bully. If you ain't kissing his ass, if you ain't calling him boss, and you ain't see, I don't kiss no man's ass. I'm a star too. They say two stars can't be in the same room, then I guess we ain't, nigga, because nigga, is no way in humanly hell possibly. Like, no. And it's crazy because when you do try to, you know, bless a nigga or try to play, you know, humble with a person and try to help them and work with them, them niggas will do you dirty. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I know. I dealt with these niggas before. J. Anthony Brown did a number on me. So it's like, for the rest of them, it's a straight businessman and nothing. I ain't fucking with you. Period. I don't need you, dog. I don't need you. Fuck your platform. I'm gonna build my own. I'm gonna build mine so goddamn strong that you gonna wish that you could be on mine. You gonna want me to be on your shit because I got you. And then when it get to that point, it's just gonna be like Kevin Hart and Cat Williams. Remember how they said Kevin Hart and Cat Williams weren't in the same room together? Because remember, it's other people that work behind the scenes with them niggas. They never could get the money right. They never can get the money right. But when they got the money right, Cat Williams and Kevin Hart was in the same room together. Because, you know, that's the way Hollywood works. Niggas can talk about that bullshit, but guess what? Them niggas really hate me. Them niggas really hate me. Talk about blackball? I've been blackballed for what? Since 2018. Like, really blackballed. At the peak of my career, when I was supposed to do something way bigger than what I was supposed to do, I ended up stuck on the 60 freeway for 2 weeks. I was stuck on the 60 freeway for 2 weeks in a motorhome. Inside my motorhome, stuck on the freeway. I missed it. I missed the show. I missed I missed everything. I didn't get nothing but an email that I was no longer needed for the production of the show. Your contract has been terminated. I ain't never had a contract, bitch. Fuck you mean? Started that shit from day one. How the fuck I get kicked off a show I started from day one? I just didn't understand that. White folks just sold our shit. J. Anthony Brown went to the Steve Harvey show. And then karma kicked him in his ass. 3 months later, he was diagnosed with ass cancer. Prostate cancer. Then Steve Harvey played on him and act like he felt sorry for him. Then they gave him a little extra money for his cancer treatments. Then after he so-called went into remission and was cancer-free, they fired his ass. And they stole our market. We was in 27 markets that Steve Harvey and Ricky Smiley wasn't in. They let Steve Harvey convince J. Anthony Brown that colliding their shows together would be awesome. Nigga, we didn't need them niggas. And we built this shit from the ground. Nigga, we don't need these niggas. And I told them that shit, man. Don't fuck with Steve Harvey. Fuck Steve Harvey. That's exactly what I said. And they kicked me off the show. And we started the show together. Boy, I'm Hollywood history too. I used to work right beside all them niggas. I know all them fuck ass, all them niggas gay as hell. But then, you know, when they realized I didn't have representation, and it was crazy because just because I was getting paid by J. Anthony Brown PR firm, they PR firm wasn't representing me. But they thought I was being represented, so I got slid under by J. Anthony Brown. And they didn't even know, but I was in rooms that I wasn't supposed to be in because I wasn't represented. And they kept on asking me, who is you? My name is Mr. Snaggerpuss, bitch. Like, who the fuck, you don't know who I am? Oh, my nigga. Oh, man, only thing I fed off of and the only thing they knew was YouTube. They were like, damn, he's a real comedian. But and it's fucked up because I was in places I wasn't supposed to be. And I seen and I was getting paid. They paid me. I had to go pick up my check way on the backside of Calabasas. They was paying me in a check, and then they cut my food stamps off because them bitch ass niggas reported my shit to the IRS, and they cut my food stamps off. I was mad as hell. Did you crazy? I ain't crazy. I'm just waiting on my chance. And when it happened, you know, my story is my success. What I went through before the comedy and all that shit, and then getting into comedy and getting treated that way in comedy, it was fucked up. So I got something that none of these niggas got. You know, I got God, man. And what God got for me, and you know, the blessing that I'm going to receive and the blessings that I'm going to give back to people is going to be, you know, ridiculous, you know. But the same thing that made them laugh gonna make them cry. It always happens. You see how my life is right now. I give 2 fucks. I don't even give a fuck about that shit. But my story needs to be told. There's a lot of people, a lot of kids, a lot of people can learn from it. You know, the type of story that I live, the type of life that I lived through to get to where I'm at is, you know, only God can help me. You know, I tell people, man, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. And a lot of people, oh man, what you do? But, you know, mine is mine, and what I do and what I work for and how I get it and how other people see it and perceive it got nothing to do with life, man. I just tell y'all live y'all life and I'm gonna live mine. I'm living great. I ain't mad. I ain't suffering. I might go out to eat me a steak right now because I'm hungry. No, I'm not. I'm going to go over here and cook me some eggs and grits. No, I'm not. I got an appointment when it comes. I got to make me some money. Trying to get this money. Push that like button. I'm going through a deep sexual depression. Man, my mind be going all kind of damn, like I stop. night. I had to take off all my clothes and ball up in a baby fetus position. Squeeze myself and go to sleep. I almost fell to temptation last night. I almost fell for temptation last night. Boy, I was restless. I was irritated. I was like, Lord, I was flopping like a fish. I just took off all my clothes, squirted myself down with some baby oil, rubbed myself down, and I just balled up in a baby fetus position, and I just locked up. Put my heated blanket over me, and I turned that bitch on high. Oh my God. Till that oil started popping on my ass, and I threw that motherfucker off, and I stretched out butt naked on the bed, and I turned the fan on, and I felt so good after that. I almost got in my car like at 12 o'clock last night and went to the strip club. Whew. Boy, I had to fight that demon. I had to fight that demon last night, Lord Jesus. I thought I was recovered, but I see now, boy, that demon to come back out of nowhere. Push that like button. Don't nobody know what I'm saying. I've been recovered. It's been 19 months now. I ain't paid for no coochie. I ain't went to no strip club. I ain't offered no woman to pay for their tags, pay a light bill, help them, buy them some groceries. Like, I ain't did none of that shit. I've been tunnel vision, tunnel focus on my business, on me. Fuck that shit. I done bought me a Benz. I done been able to get my boat fully remodeled. Like, I got my boat done. I got a new motor on my boat. I got my interior done. I got a new system put in that bitch. Like, I was thinking, like, you know, sometimes, man, in life, man that, you know, breadwinners, sometimes we gotta stop being fools with our bread. Like, you know what I'm talking about? So I was like, you know, I prayed on it. I ain't gonna lie. It was December the 31st when I prayed on it. Like right at about 11:45, right before New Year's. I prayed and I asked the Lord to deliver me from buying Gucci. Deliver me, Lord. I'm tired of this shit. They taking me down through this. And the Lord delivered me. I ain't had no type of compulsive like desire or nothing. Like I ain't gonna lie, like, the devil be trying, but I pray for the spirits of the angels to cover me. Like, am I the only one? But I'm recovered now. I know I am, because it's been like 19 months. But it's hard, y'all. It's hard. I gotta find me a real, genuine, down-to-earth woman, beautiful, sexy. I gotta find just one for myself, just somewhere that's meant for me. Like, I don't know, man. I know, man. And I've been reading and watching, reading all these health reports, and they talking about how it's unhealthy for men to not circulate and have sex, and how that's stressful on they, and if man don't release like he's supposed to, he'll die. Like it's just crazy. So I've been, trying to just be strong, but I ain't been going. I've been going to the wrong places. My homeboys and them told me to go to a bar, man. Go to a bar. I went to a bar, and all I keep seeing is drunk bitches. I don't drink. And I took one home one night. Man, I had a whole half a gallon of some Taco Vodka, right? That damn Taco Vodka been in the back of my shop for like 2 years, 3 years. Somebody just gave it to me. And she was like, Now I got like some top shelf liquor shit, but I was like, I brought this bitch from a bar, and I was like, you know what? I don't think and I was watching. She was drinking Smirnoff at the damn bar. She was drinking Smirnoff shots. So I'm like, this Taco vodka might be just good for her. She like Smirnoff vodka. I got some taco, and I told her, she like, you got some drink? I was like, I got some taco. She was like, okay, and she followed me to the crib. But I noticed, I watched this bitch drink at the bar. She had about 15 drinks at the bar, and she got in her car and drove behind me like it wasn't shit. Man, she got to my shop. We sitting here chilling and shit. And I pulled out that taco vodka. And I pulled out 2 shot glasses. She was like, you ain't got no glass bigger than that? And I'm like, all right, yeah. So I gave her a little red, little plastic cup. Man, you ain't gonna believe this shit. That bitch filled that motherfucker up. Like, goddamn. That's like a glass of water. She like, this ain't shit. She started sipping on that motherfucker. We turned the music up. She here dancing around the chairs, popping and shit. Man, that girl drunk about 4 cups of goddamn vodka. 4 cups. I looked at my goddamn vodka. This was a big ass bottle. A half a gallon. A big ass bottle of taco vodka. Man, that motherfucker was like this low. I was like, God damn. I'm like, you all right? She like, hell yeah, turn up, nigga, turn the music up louder. I'm like, God damn. So I'm sitting in the chair, and all of a sudden, she just come out of nowhere. I'm just snatched my pants down, start sucking, giving me some relations and shit. And I was like, God damn. And she was giving it to me sloppy, drunken top. And then all of a sudden, she just reached over and started throwing up. I was like, oh, hell no, hell no. I told her, I said, man, I gotta clean this shit up. And now I got an appointment coming. I gotta go. It's like almost 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the morning. She's still talking about turn the music up. I was like, man, I gotta get rid of this bitch. So I turned around and that's what happened. I told her, I said, man, I gotta go pick up my son and take him to daycare, my baby mama. And that's how I got rid of it. And I ended up calling her Uber and I sent her ass home. Man, that girl texted me about 50 times that day. I never responded to man one of them motherfuckers. That lady, when she left, it was about that much vodka in my taco. About that much left in that bottle. On a big ass half a gallon, about that much in the bottom. I was like, God damn, she knocked that motherfucker down. These bitches can drink in California. I swear that. Woo-hoo. She could drink. She drunk a whole half a gallon. Like by her damn self. And left her car here. She was drunk when she left. I know the bitch she had forgot she even had her car out there. And I saw her ass home in an Uber. I didn't want to drive it. But she had forgot her car. And that's what she was texting me. Did I leave my car there? I ain't responding to none of that shit. And when she came and got her car, I had the doors locked, the blinds closed and everything. I watched that bitch get in her car. She can't pull it on the door, ring the doorbell. I was praying. I was like, please, just leave, bitch. Just go. I ain't said nothing else to you. Hell no. Like, have that ever happened to you before? Or is that, this is leave these drunk bitches alone. Man, the women never went back to that bar again. Talk to nobody. Them women in there can drink. Hell no. Hell no. Do anybody know what I was talking about? Sometimes I be losing my audience and I don't be knowing. But if you listen and pay attention to the things that I talk about, it ain't like nobody else. You know, I can't make up this shit. This shit really happened to me in real life. I had a lady I had met one time like that. It wasn't at a bar, it was at a club. And she came and she started drinking and turned to a demon on me. Scared the shit out of me. That's why I just, a lot of people don't understand that drinking allow evil spirits to come into their body. That's why they call it spirits. Each one of those bottles got a whole bunch of evil spirits inside of it. And as you started drinking, you just steady pouring evil spirits. And however you feeling at that time, That's what's gonna come out. That's what's gonna pour out. That's what's gonna pour out. Do you agree or disagree? DM, yes, definitely. I agree. You say you want to invest into me? Somebody want to invest into me? You know, I think all black people think the same. I really think all black people think the same. I think black men think like black women think. Like, no, to me, a lot of black women, they be thinking that, you know, a rich white man gonna come out of nowhere and take care of their ass and just and love them and take them away from the ghetto. You know, I think a lot of black women think that. They think that they knight in shining armor gonna be a white man and just gonna take them out the hood and give them the lifestyle they desire. I really think black women think like, because niggas think like, I wish, you know, I can't wait till I find me a rich white bitch. I need me a rich white bitch right now. Because that's what happened to niggas that become famous and start to get money. Them white girls get to coming out the woodworks like crazy. Like, I don't know. I'm talking about them bad white girls, the ones you can't turn down. But, you know, I'm like Malcolm X when it comes to white girls. I look at white girls to be like pork. I don't give a damn what you look like right now. You might be like a pretty little pink little house piglet, like you little piglet, you a little cute little piglet. But your ass gonna grow up to be a pig. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Good. You're gonna grow up to be a pig. Let me see what your grandmama look. Let me see what your mama look like. I'm telling you, man. That's a lot of y'all do not do in-depth research on, you know, on DNA, on genetic DNA. Like I want to see what your mama look like. But let me see what your mama look like at 45, 50. And that's what you gonna look like. By the time you get your mama age, I don't give a fuck what you look like now. That's what you gonna look like. Especially you grow up and be just like your mama. Push your like button. Don't nobody like you. Okay, I'm just telling you. I'm telling you your future. You're gonna see it in the future, nigga. But I look at that. I'm looking to be happy for years to come. I don't know about y'all, but I'm thinking about my future. So if it's gonna be a wife, I'm trying to think about my happiness for years to come. Like not no temporary happiness right now. 5 years later, we having hallway sex. You know what hallway sex is? They say when you first get married, you having sex every day, every week, every day. Then about a good year or two into your marriage, you're only having sex once a week. Good 3-4 years into your marriage, you might having sex once a month. Usually about 5 to 7 years into your marriage, you having hallway sex. Have you ever had hallway sex? Every time y'all don't even sleep in the same room together. But every time y'all cross each other in the hallway, fuck you, no, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. No, y'all having hallway sex now. Like, y'all my relationship over with. Relationship been over with. Like, but y'all still with each other. Financial purposes, y'all scared to break up. One of y'all gonna go homeless, but at the same time, how you doing? Don't nobody like you, Snag. I'm be trying to like do things that other people ain't doing, right? Like I'll stay in my own world. I am a, in reality, in real life, I have a real day job. Like in comedy, being a comedian, this is what a lot of people don't understand. A lot of people move to Hollywood with a dream that they gonna be a famous, rich comedian. All they gotta do is get out there, and it's gonna happen for them. And it becomes a nightmare. They find themselves homeless and sleeping on the side of the road downtown LA, fucked up on drugs. I lived it, I experienced it. I know how people get there. I slept right beside them niggas. I wasn't on drugs. They was though. And the fucked up part about it, I resisted the temptation. The temptation was for me, like, to go get some drugs and sell it to their ass. But I felt sorry for them being on drugs. Like, life would completely change your perception on to certain things that you see in life. Like, I used to sell kilos and kilos of cocaine. Like, kilos. Nigga, kilos of cocaine. And if a motherfucker came around me with some cocaine right now, I would slap the shit out of them. Don't bring that shit around me. I don't want nothing. That shit would scare the fuck out of me. Like, get the fuck away from me. Like, so my perception of cocaine, or the way I view cocaine now, is like, y'all niggas still do that shit? Niggas still do that shit? And then when you realize that the cocaine of yesterday ain't the cocaine of today, because all this cocaine is tainted, contaminated, fucked up, got fentanyl in it. Nigga, you ain't high on coke. You high on some other shit. Y'all niggas high on some other shit. You know what I mean? I don't do them type of things. I don't play them type of games. I don't live them type of lives, and I don't like being around people that do. And there's so many people that's living these fucking, how do you say, in the closet ass lives. You know what I mean? Half of them dope fiends, half of them motherfucker, gay as fuck. Like, I don't give a fuck what you do. But if you ain't pure, you can't be around me. Because I'm a pure nigga. Purity is kind of like rare, man. And I'm authentic. So it's like, I'ma shine no matter what room I walk into. Because I'm not ego driven. I'm just, I'm high off life, man, and I live and I be me. I'ma always be outside the box. I ain't gonna never look like no nigga inside the room. I'ma always be me. Like, I always been that way. That's the way God made me. And I'm gonna have my own audience, I'm gonna have my own attention. But when my audience get big enough, they don't realize that my audience, we all gonna financially grow together. Like, I'm about money. I'm like Elon Musk, nigga. Do you know I come from, me and Elon Musk is just like a year or two apart? Like, do you know that we are the generation that changed, that evolutionized our society to what it is today? Like, from technology to fucking, like, I've been into this shit all my life. I used to create hydrogen nutrient cells. Like, we was creating hydrogen nutrient cells when I was like, I think 7, 8 years old. I used to be into this advanced science class. I used to be intelligent. I used to be like a prodigy. I was on the verge of going somewhere as a youth, right? But then my life changed. I went from the California school system to the Mississippi school system, and everything got fucked up. When you get around white people and they see the intelligence inside of a black man, they would completely try to distract it, distort it, destroy it, fucking whatever, calculate against it, like whatever they can do to put this child in a position where he'll be fucked up for the rest of his life. Like, back then, it was still sinister days where, some of them, real racist, hateful, evil white people were still living. So it was like, I lived through some shit that a lot of y'all, will never understand because you never personally experienced it. Like, so when I say, some of the things that I talk about, I don't hate white people, man. I don't hate Mexicans. I don't hate Asians. I don't hate nobody. I don't give a fuck if you black, brown, color. I look at all of us to be one race of people, and that's the human race, And people don't look at that. We've been identified psychologically to separate ourselves as a race, as different races of people. But we all, the human race. Your heart can save, my heart can save. Your heart can save mine. My blood can save yours. We all come from the same. We humans, and I feel like every human, no matter what the fuck you look like, deserve to live. You know what I mean? No matter what your disability is, deserve to live. It's a place for you in this world. We can always make a way, or it's always a purpose. Like, you know what I mean? So yes, I'm totally against Israel destroying Gaza. I'm totally against a lot of shit that's going on in this world, man. You know what I mean? In my mind, a lot of people think that this is the way life's supposed to be. They supposed to sell us water. They supposed to sell us air. They supposed to sell us electricity. They supposed to sell us food. We supposed to buy. We supposed to work for it. That's the programming. That's the system. You know what I mean? That y'all, y'all abide by. I understand. When we talk about the system, and y'all say the system don't exist, that just goes to show that you don't even know what you living in. We can say it's the Matrix. We can say, we can say it's the Twilight Zone. You can describe it any way you want to. You know what I mean? But in reality, it's life. And this is the way, a lot of people don't understand it. It's always been this way. Let me see. I'm sorry. From the angle that my camera was in, I can't read the comments. It's like the glare that reflects the camera. Nah, buddy. Some people are just diabolical. Evil as fuck. We're not the same people. We came to Africa. You lot were still practicing human sacrifice. We stopped at the Dillon example during the 1850s. They were still practicing human sacrifice. That's just one African empire. When we teach Black history, why do we only start in Africa and America? What about hundreds of thousands of years of African history? What you fail to realize is that the history, the truth of our history have not been fully, how do you say, discovered. Because at once upon a time, I truly believe that Africa, Russia, America, Australia, all these, this was one big mass land. And it broke up. It broke up. Earthquakes and the waters, it broke it up. And it spread it out the lands. I think it broke up. I think the most common sense to say that I think that that's what happened. I think that, at once upon a time, all this was one big piece of land, and it just broke up in little bitty pieces, and the water swallowed it and spread it out, and half of it floated across, and spread it out, because You know, we surrounded by water, right? The earth isn't a round ball floating in pure air, just floating in the atmosphere. You know that, right? We are surrounded by water. You see that blue sky? You see that pretty blue sky? You don't see no clouds, huh? You see little clouds in the sky? But why is it blue? Because it's water. That's water. That's water. We're surrounded with in a figment of water. An oxygen bubble that's surrounded, that protects us from the water. The only way you can leave the bubble is through the water. Do you believe that? You don't have enough money to go to the water to go through it, so you'll never know. But that's water. And the white man made clouds. The white man made clouds. Those are humanly modified, created in the sky to create the rain that sucks up from the ocean and carries across America. Scientifically, I know this for a fact. Clouds and all the weather is created by the white men. Yeah. Why do you think it never rained in Southern California? Because the weather is created in our water and our ocean. It fly right over us. We get some rain of it. We get some mist of it. But it's got to collide. Scientifically, it got to collide in order for it to really do damage. And so from this side of the earth or this side of America, they do some work, they do some scientific shit. And then on this side of California, and by the time it all collide, like in the mid-coast and Midwest, hurricane alleys and tornado alleys and all that shit, it just be tearing up shit. And they just keep them going. They gotta have jobs. We gotta keep this shit going. We gotta make it seem like God be doing, like, destroying shit. Like we gotta make it seem like that. Like, without that, it's just like Israel, right? Without the Bible existing, Israel wouldn't exist, right? So don't you see that the biggest problem that we have in our society, in our world, is the religions, the Bibles, the false doctrines that got all these people going crazy over something that don't exist. Like, but don't nobody want to hear the truth. They just think that I'm crazy. But y'all believe in that bullshit. I believe in God, but I don't believe in man's religion. God got me to this point, but I don't believe in man's religions. All y'all gonna go to hell with gasoline draws on, following these fake ass preachers that know they lying and telling the truth on the pulpit. They know they lying. Every Sunday they lie to you. Get up there and make a full-blown story lie, a whole spectacular. They put on a whole show. So they love talking about shit that's unknown, right? As long as it's unknown, and they talk about they make it sound to you like they know about the unknown, then you gonna listen to them, right? Like, but that ain't God. That ain't God, man. God, man, them people is misleading y'all, catching y'all attention, directing y'all everything. Like, y'all supposed to be using that energy for something way more better. Way more better. Wait, Todd. I'm gonna build a church. We're gonna hire these preachers to come in and give a good word. But we're gonna use the word for what it's supposed to be. Entertainment purposes. That's entertainment, man. Now God give us good. We get some. We feel it. We feel it. You can't tell me you don't feel it when you be in there. So we gonna have church, cause God want them. We gonna pay these niggas come in here and act the fool. We gonna get some angelical preachers come in and give the word. We gonna have it going on at our church. Like white preachers, Mexican preachers. We gonna have all kind of preachers come to our church. And it's gonna feed out our soup kitchen and our homeless shelter. And we gonna help take care of people, you know, and do what the church supposed to do. Church gonna raise money. We gonna have food. We gonna give it away. We gonna do what we supposed to do. Bless the community. You know, I wonder why every night around 8 p.m. all the churches that ain't having no services or nothing don't open their doors to the homeless people and allow them to come in and lay on them and have a place to lay down. It's the church house, right? It's God's people house, right? But you leave God people sleeping on the side of the road. Man, all these churches so pretty and they got all these places to lay down and they won't let nobody go in there and lay down. Oh my God. And they done gave all their money to these people. Man, I wish y'all wake up and see the truth. I wish God would, you know, give you the revelation of life, the understanding to know what's real and what's not, what's believable and what's not. But you can't believe in something that you do not understand, that you do not know, and you know for a fact it never existed. Like, you just can't believe in no shit like that, man. Push that like button. You say pimping. Ain't easy. No, it ain't easy, man. But that's what these preachers is, man. That's what these preachers is, man. Dr. Tab taught me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in Bible college, Dr. Tab taught me a whole bunch. And I ain't gonna lie, man. Dr. Tab is like, that white man was very powerful. He taught me a lot about the Bible. Push that like button. Pimping ain't easy, but somebody gotta do it. Push that like button. Just talk about my little, before I go, I just gotta tell y'all the ending of what I'm going through in real life. And you tell me if I'm wrong or not. And I don't know, I need somebody to tell me if I'm wrong or not. I'm feeling kind of bad about it, but then at the same time, I'm just gonna be like my daddy. I'm gonna be like my daddy, right? You know, some kids are fortunate enough to have a father that really want to be in their life, that will be in their life every day, you know. And those men are called daddies. Like, if your child call you daddy, that means you've been that close to that child to be his daddy. And if you ain't his daddy, then you just his dad. You know what I mean? And you become his dad, that mean that's like some distant shit. You know what I mean? And if you just their father, that mean you birthed them and you ain't never been in their life, you don't give a fuck, you just their father. You ain't their daddy, you their father. Listen, I'm just your father. Luke, I'm your father. Remember that. It's roles that men play, and to be a daddy, it feels so good. And it's supposed to be loving, man. You know, but sometimes you can be a daddy and that shit can be snatched away from you. And then you become a dad, right? See, I didn't have a daddy or a dad. I just had a father. You know what I mean? And that's kind of hard to explain. But like I told you, you know, some kind of way, I ended up somewhere, I don't know. I can't say I wasn't supposed to be there because I was there. And I experienced some things in my life that I know that I guess I had to experience. I was supposed to experience. I don't know why, but I had to experience it, right? For not having a dad or a daddy in my life, I ended up having to go down some avenues that I never had, you know. I didn't know that, you know, I had to learn down going down the path, and it's kind of messed up because the reason why daddies are daddies is because most of them had made mistakes in their life and they didn't have a father. They didn't have nothing. You know, some people don't have a father because their father's dead. If they father dead, then you know, or they daddy dead. You know, that kind of hurt. A lot of kids that had a daddy and they died. That's like that. Their daddy was there for them. A lot of girls was like that, and then the daddy died and left them, you know, in this world by themselves. Push that like button. But I talk about that, man, because God gave me an opportunity to experience what being a daddy feels like. You know what I mean? Now, I also know what it feels like to be a dad. You know what I mean? Like I had a baby that in the beginning I seen, I was there, I loved, I held, you know, and I wasn't able to, I never seen it no more, you know. So I was a dad. I'm gonna put it like that. I wasn't a father. Like if I had my way, I'd have been in her life and all that shit. But from a distance, she never spoke to me. She was already programmed that I wasn't shit, that I didn't care about her, I didn't love her, and she kept it that way. So, you know, I actually got a daughter somewhere in the world, like 26, some 27, somewhere in there in the world that, you know, I love dearly. She in my heart. She's in my heart. She's tatted on my body. I got a tattoo of her name on it. I love her. It just, you know, and I never had a chance to love her because she kept her distance. When I got out of prison, she was like 16, and she never spoke to me. When she got ready to graduate, I went to her graduation, went to her school, and it was by invite only. I tried to get an invitation. I paid somebody $100 to go ask her, can I get an invitation? And she told me no, and I couldn't go. So I stood outside the school for a few minutes, and then I went on about my business. For her graduation, I bought her a car. I bought her a Volkswagen Beetle. That's what I bought her. I told the person that I bought it for, tell her I bought her a car. She can come pick it up. She looked at the car. She said she didn't want it. She said she wanted a Benz. Okay, cool. Whenever you graduate from college, you can buy your own Benz. And I sold it. And I ain't said nothing else to her. So, right before she graduated from college, she called me. We talked for about 2 hours. Spotted something. Oh, I just spotted something else. Like these tall, cripple ass niggas. She finna buy him a system. All right. I need me some coffee. And I'm gonna finish what I was about to talk about fathers and daddies and shit. Then I'm gonna let y'all go. So I got a son, and everybody know my son. I love my son, right? I spit an image of me. And my baby mama playing games, mental games, physical games. She been what you call alienation, parent alienating my child from me. And it's been about a year now since I spoke to him, talked to him, really spending time with him, seen him or whatever. And it's crazy because for the last 6 months straight, almost damn near every day, I done left her a message. And she never responded, nothing. I done tried to call, she never answered. I done tried to, reach out to my son, call my son's phone. I done bought my son 2 phones, and every time he go home with it, I can't get him to call me, answer, pick up none of the phone. Then the phone just stopped working. When I talked to my son, where your phone at? Oh, she threw it away. She threw it away. Okay. So it's like, sometimes in life, man, no matter how much you try to be a dad or a daddy or try to be in your child's life, the mother feelings, they be so bitter, She act like I cheated on her and left her, but she left me and cheated on me. And she feel like I owe her something. But it's cool. So I got really upset, after a year texting and no response, and a year calling, no response. I blocked her ass. Then I blocked my son. So I ain't gonna let none of that shit disturb me no more. I blocked both of their ass. I'm block it out, let it go. I ain't gonna even worry about it. Same thing I did with my daughter. After I talked to my daughter, we had about a 2-hour conversation. And I really thought that we broke ice and we'll be able to talk again, or we'll be able to, stay in communication. She told me she wanted a dress for her graduation, for her undergown. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. I'll buy you a dress. How much the dress is gonna cost? She said, about $100, $150. And I was like, all right, cool, no problem. Go online, find something, tell me what you want. I'll send you the money. In my mind, I was going to give her $500 for her graduation, just to surprise her. But if she wanted a dress, I was going to deduct that out of the $500, and I was going to give her, the change or whatever. I'm like, $100, $150 ain't nothing. I'll still be able to give you like $350. Cool. I just wanted to surprise you with a little money. So she sends me a picture of a dress, like $799. And I was like, whoa, wow. That dress, $800. You said the dress was gonna cost about $100 to $150. She sent me a text, well, you ain't never did nothing for me in my life, so I figured you'd do anything. You'd jump through hoops and buy me anything. Like, wait the fuck a minute, bitch. Like, who finna jump through a hoop? I said, no, bitch. Like, no, baby girl. I told her that I kind of got like kind of upset. And I was like, I don't know who the fuck told you some shit like that, but no. I said I had already had a blessing for you. I was gonna bless you with a little money and buy you a gift, but I can see now you about to over exceed the budget of the gift and the blessing. Like you finna over exceed everything. That's and I'm not gonna buy that for you anyway because I don't have nothing in my closet that's $800, and I ain't finna buy you no dress that you gonna be wearing under your gown that ain't nobody gonna see for $800. You done lost your damn mind. Like so when she sent me that shit, I told her the truth. I said, well, you need to ask your mom about me. Ain't nobody in the world bigger than can be a bigger asshole than me, and you just fucked yourself out your blessing. I was finna send you $500, but now I ain't finna send you shit. And I hung up the phone and I blocked her ass. And so it's like, I don't know, man. You know where I come from. I was taught that and I respect my parents, man. I respect my mama. I respect if I had an opportunity to meet my father to this day, I would not be mad that he was never in my life or nothing. Like, I'm just gonna love him, hug him. You my father, you my father. I ain't got no money to give your ass. I can't help you. And so it is what it is. You my father. Now I know where the fuck I came from. Like, push that like button. But I ain't never had a father. I ain't never had a dad or a daddy. I had a stepdaddy. A stepdaddy. When I say a stepdaddy, that was a nigga that stepped in and played that dad role for years and years and years until his death. And he bought me about 5 or 6 cars and some more shit. That nigga treated me like a son. So it's like, I know what it feels like to have, some type of, man figure in your life. But he was the wrong type of influence. He taught me how to sell cocaine and be a part of the family business. So it's like, but it's cool. I'll talk about it. It's in my story. One day somebody gonna read it in my book. They gonna see it in my movies. They gonna love about it. They gonna love it. But I'm crazy. She way wrong for that. Yeah. But now, I'm gonna let them figure it out. My son finna be 12 years old, so he at that age, at that point. I mean, it's real for me. I want to be in his life because at 12 years old, I went to prison. And I feel like all young men around that time need their father to help mold their thoughts and help them stay guided in the right track. Because, from 12 to 18 is some definite, is really, some real valuable years that young men need to be molded in the right direction. And it is what it is. If you ain't molding your child in the right you got to mold your child in a direction you want them to go. I want my child to be rich. I want my child to be more wealthier than me, more, how do you say, financially understanding than me, everything. Like, you know what I mean? And a lot of people don't understand. I want my child to be better than me. So it's like, if you don't instill that in your children at an early age, they ain't gonna do it. They gonna be a sorrier version of you. And most of y'all already sorry as hell. But since I don't know what sorry is, I ain't never been a sorry ass nigga. I've been getting money since the 80s. I've been making money. I tell people, before I really started selling cocaine, I created a substance called dummies. And this is a series by itself because I made so much money selling dummies. I used some candle wax, some gold metal flour, some candle wax, some Ambisol, and baking soda. And I melted it all down, and it came to a substance, and it hardened up. Looked just like crack. It was dry. It wasn't wet like candle wax. And then it was like straight imitation crack. And the only way you knew it was fake, if you held it in your hand too long and it started to melt, or if you put it on a pipe and tried to fire that shit up, that shit'll fuck up their pipe. That shit just fuck up their pipe. I'm talking about they don't get nothing out of it. It'll melt down like crack and everything. Sound like crack when you put it on the pipe and everything. But when they suck that motherfucker, it just lock their jaws up. They don't get nothing out of it. Them motherfuckers be mad as hell. Just throw the pipe down and start stomping. Motherfucker! God damn it, that shit had and motherfucking niggas, grown ass men was buying this shit from me. I was selling that shit for $100 an ounce, like a cookie. A cookie, you can cut it up like crack and cut $1,000 out of it. And I was selling that shit for, man, I made so much money off that shit. And that shit was in so much high demand. I was cooking that shit up like I was in the lab, like cooking. I was cooking like 150, 200, 300 of them up at a time. And we was selling them motherfuckers. And the rules was, when you made a sale, nigga, get the hell on book. Nigga, it's time to go, nigga. Just walk away like everything cool. As soon as you hit the corner, bam, break, nigga, it's gone. Gone, nigga. By the time they get and smoke and find out that the shit, man, nigga, we long gone, nigga, money in the pocket. We done struck. Never motherfucking stick around. Always stick and move. And that was the rules, stick and move. And it never failed. It never failed. We made so much money. I was selling that shit to so many motherfuckers. And then one night, a dude got killed over the shit. And somebody told my mama I was the one that was cooking that shit. Oh, shit. And them motherfuckers, you know how people try to blame the source of the product. It was his fault. No, it wasn't my fault that nigga got killed. He didn't stick to the rules. Stick and move, nigga. Stick and move. That was the rules. Stick and move. But, nigga got his shit blowed out. And I quit making that shit. But that was the first stint of my criminology career. Shit, by the time I quit making that shit, I had already made about $30,000 off that shit. I had made so much money, I was buying all kind of shit. Like, for real. You said that's crazy. Yeah, it was called Dummies. And my Dummies was that you can look at it, feel it, you lick it, taste it, it make your tongue numb. Motherfucker, buy that shit, tastes like salt. It had the little, taste just like crack. Motherfucker did not know until they put it on that pipe. Motherfucker did not know until they put it on that pipe. But I had one of my partners. I was talking to one of my partners the other day, and this nigga was telling me, said, "Man, nigga, you been getting money since you was like 8, 9 years old. I remember when you gave me some dummies." I was like 9 years old when I created that shit. Oh man, that shit. But I was already really selling crack. I was stealing crack from my mama and selling this shit on the side. I was already, so the crackheads would buy it from me, nigga. They was thinking I was selling that, and nigga, they run back to my mama. Yo, man, your son sold me some bullshit. My mama wasn't gonna do nothing but compensate him. But here, take this shit. That nigga don't. Why you buy that shit from a kid anyway? Dumbass ain't got no business trying to buy no crack for no crib. Yeah, he sold you some bullshit. Y'all niggas stupid. Trying to buy it from a kid. Push that like button. Niggas was ganking niggas with that shit, selling niggas kilos of that shit. Niggas was selling niggas 9 packs and getting off on niggas with that shit. Niggas was getting off on niggas with that shit. That shit was really winning. That shit look just like crack, nigga. Shit, Dummies. That's a movie in itself. Man. The fuck? fuck is that inside my lighter? Damn piece of lint went inside the hole of my lighter. This is a brand new lighter. Why this motherfucker ain't striking? Somebody said you ought to go to church. You know, when you was raised in church, you had to go to church 7 days a week. We might not have had service 7 days a week, but we had to go to church 7 days a week. So we own the church. Push that like button. See, I bought a dummy lighter. She always for that. It starts before 12. Say that's grinding. You bought a dummy lighter. Yeah. Carolyn's verse. Carolyn's universe, right? That's what your UR name is, right? Somebody say one day you gonna quit smoking cigarettes. But thank y'all for the likes. Thanks for the love. I'm getting hungry. I don't know why I'm getting hungry. And I got the taste for some grits and eggs. But if I eat some grits and eggs, I'm gonna get sleepy. What you think? Well, I got some shit to do. I got a whole bunch of things I need to be doing. I got an appointment at 10:30. How long have I been live? For an hour and 40 minutes. I done gave y'all a whole motion picture. That's why a lot of people don't watch my videos, because they be too long. Oh man, it's regular hours now. I come back down to reality. Time to work. Time to work. Work, work. That's what I need to do. I need to do this. I need some coffee. I gotta make a new pot of coffee. I done drunk a whole pot of coffee. This is it. This is it. Let me tell you so. The mind says, your mind says yes, but your body says no. This is it. Mm-hmm. I've been a lot of places. All work, da 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 da. All work, da 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 da. Oh, good, it's always like all work, da 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 da. Oh, how y'all doing? Push that like button. What I'm about to do is reupholster this seat. Watch how I reupholster this seat. I bought this material from Wally World the other night. All right, back. My last bit of coffee. Okay. Da 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 dee da da. Da 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 dee da 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 dee da da. I woke up about a quarter to one. Yep. See there? Went from to that. Yeah. Look at there. That. 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 Like that. This is an eyesore to me. I don't know about y'all, but I can't do no shit like this. This is just it's an eyesore to me. Everything, all my leather. How y'all doing? You ain't never reupholstered. I'm showing you how to do. Trial and error. I learned something with that one right there. Watch how I do the second. The second one always better. You always learn. Ooh, that coffee almost ready. One down, one more to go. I almost miscalculated the measurement on this. I almost miscalculated the measurement. I mean, almost miscalculated. Yeah. Trial and error. So you learn. You learn how to do it easily. The second time. It's just always easier the second time. See, the first time, you gotta, that's why they say you gotta live and learn. When you live, you don't learn. It's always gonna be easy the second time. It's gonna be easier and it's gonna be faster. You always learn how to do it better with experience. You see how fast this is? See, the process gets faster when you understand. Somebody said, who taught you how to do a upholstery snag? I learned this watching Mexicans. I learned this watching Mexicans. Push that like button. And watch this. I told you the second time is always easier. It's always better because you learn with experience, right? Yes. Experience life. This is the best teacher. Bam. Look at that. Womp. Nice. Nice. Push that like button. You gotta do it yourself, man. So sometimes you just gotta do it yourself. Alright, since I taught y'all how to reupholster some seats. I done talked about everything. Crazy stuff and all kind of stuff. It's time for me to go. I'm finna make me some. No, I ain't gonna eat nothing. Pop me a piece of socket, took me a cake, drink me some coffee. Push that like button, show me some love. I'm gonna let y'all go. God bless y'all. Thank y'all.